This conference will now be recorded. Okay, so what are the different type of mail servers we see? List of mail server software, Wikipedia. So these are mail servers only. Okay, mail clients, mail servers. It is given, but we don't need that much kind of stuff. I need a easy one. So I put a mail server. Why it is showing mail? Um, Better I put a question like type of mail service. Here it is. Webmail, SMTP mail. Okay. No, 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 no. So Google become another one. Okay. I will put in my list only. So first one from Microsoft. So always Microsoft first. Exchange server. When you hear Exchange, it means Microsoft Exchange mail server. Hello. 1 second, guys. Hello. So mail server Exchange. So Exchange server from so many days like a Exchange 2000, 2003, 2000, 2003, 2007, 2010, 2013, 16, 19, like a Microsoft Exchange server is one of the mail server from the Microsoft. And from Microsoft, cloud-based a mail server is also there. It's a with Exchange feature, Office, 365. Okay, so Office 365 business editions. Okay, so business standards, business enterprise, some editions are there. Business, okay, home and business editions are there. Okay, so business related editions are there. There is a exchange feature is also there. So this also will give you mail. For example, currently our servant is using Office 365 based mail communication only, not direct Exchange server kind. Exchange server is a physical server located in some place, but Office 365 is a cloud based Office access tool, and also one service is Exchange, SharePoint, like that. So it is there. Okay, next. So other than Exchange, cloud-based mail servers also there, but I am going to a different one. So earlier from IBM, currently HCL. Currently it is HCL. Earlier it is in a IBM Domino, Domino server, and Lotus Notes is a client. So to for receiving purpose. Domino is a mail server, and Lotus Notes is a client. Earlier it is IBM, now it is in HCL. So same thing if you put it is a Domino server. Okay. So now it is HCL Domino. Okay. So this is the type. Okay. So formerly sold by IBM. Okay. So earlier it is IBM. Now it is belongs to HCL. HCL, you are using that one. If any possible, you can go to any YouTube or anything. So what is a Domino server? What is a Lotus Notes? How to send a mail using Lotus Note? How to receive a mail? How to check the mail options in the Lotus Notes? Also better to check it, because when you are working in an organization, so mostly HCL use Lotus Notes in a client side thing. Server side, if you know, if you got it or not, it is not a big deal, but client side is required. Like I'm no need to know how Office 365 Exchange server works. While based on my organization, I'm telling you about based on my organization. But I should know how to access that mail through the Outlook or a web access like that. So right. So how to share, how to put attachments, how to add signatures, this kind of stuff we required. So look at that one. So this is the only concept of mail communication. Okay. Next one is Zimbra. This is one of the mail services provided to a lot of organizations are using Zimbra mail services, both cloud-based as well as a open source mail platform. It is a open source mail from anybody can use it without taking any, without paying any amount to the Zimbra organization. Also, it is a community-based Zimbra mail server. Okay. Lot of mails are also there. Like you can go through the list of the mails from here, but it's a squirrel mail. This is squad mail is showing here, but there is a squirrel mail. Different type of mail communications are there. It is showing different way. SQ. This is the one. Okay, I type wrong way, so I because Google correction. Okay, this is the squirrel mail. This is also a mail communication server. Okay, like that. So a lot of send mail. So send mail. Lot of different mail servers are there. So how this mail server works? So we'll see and why we need this Outlook and other protocols. So okay, this is a list of mail servers only. Next, here we'll go to the new. Next, this is my mail server. Well, a lot of people are dropped after break. Any network issue or anything? Tell your friends those who are dropped. Okay. This is a mail server. Okay. Next. So here I'm taking some names here. Um, Nikita is there. So Nikila or Nikita. Okay. Nikita, Tanvir, some easy name. Earlier Hindu is there, na? Yeah, Nikita. Okay, Shivaji, Nikita. I need two names. Afreen, very good. That is also easy name. So Nikita. Okay, Afreen. Two names we take it from there. Yeah. Anybody asking question or anything? Okay. So don't worry, guys. Are joined just now. One or two people are maybe later. So everything is recorded. You can continue. I'm slowly going on. So if you get sleep, don't sleep. Okay. So try to wake up or jump on someplace. Okay. Or if you want sing a song also, mute and song. Okay. Now Nikita want to send a mail to Afreen. Okay. So mail server at the rate some company.com like kind of stuff is there now. So I will go. Actually, no need to click on yellow kind of stuff. It is auto yellow mode because I didn't log the section also. So people click on join, so they will join automatically. There is no lobby kind of stuff. If it is Google Meet compulsory. There is a lobby kind of stuff, but here it is. Even I didn't log the meeting. Okay, I didn't log the meeting. See, still it is open meeting only. Yeah, now one person is joined. It take time sometimes because your internet speed and internet data. Okay, so thing is, Nikita want to send mail to. So here it is to Afri. Now that is the first scenario. Okay. Now the mail, like how you send to address Afreen at the rate some domain.com like savandis.com kind of stuff. Okay. So like that send. Now mail go to mail server. Mail is going to mail server. When you are sending a mail, so the mail from your system to mail server, it use a protocol called smtp protocol, simple mail transmission protocol or transfer protocol, simple mail transfer protocol, a transmission protocol you can see. Okay, so if we use smtp protocol to send mail, so we are sending, right, we're sending a mail. So then, while you are sending a mail from your client machine to your server, so it use protocol is SMTP protocol. So whenever we receive a mail to mail server, there is a agent called MTA, transport agent, mail transmission agent or mail transport agent kind of stuff. Okay, so SMTP. Okay, what is mail? Simple mail transfer protocol, MTA, metropolitan. So that's what you should know. Mail transfer agent. Okay, MTA, mail transfer agent. So what is the duty of this one? Understand the mail traffic like a from and true. From and to. So from is a Nikita, to is Afrin. So when mail server receive a mail, so what it will do, mail server has a mailboxes, just like a folder in the server, just like a folder in the server. It take a mail and drop into their respective folder. For example, in my system, I have a different folders. Okay, in my system, I have a different folder. For example, you see here it is. I have a different folders for each batch. Batch 3, batch 5, batch 1, batch 7, okay, AWS batch or a HCL batch. Like each batch, I have a folders, right? So based on that batch, I put the data into that particular batch folder on this. Like that, same thing. All the mails are belongs to particular user that users mailbox only. So this is the Afrin folder. So Afrin. So Nikita send a mail. Mail go to Afrin mailbox only. So this is called a mailbox. Mailbox. Short name is MB. Short name is MB. This is called a mailbox. So the server receive a mail and it will check to address and drop the mail into mailbox Afrin. So this is one side. Afrin not yet received, but mail went to mailbox only. That's it. This is a 50%. So what is the next 50%? Receiving side means accessing side. Mail already sent. You have to access the mail. There is no send and receive. So you have to send and receive only. Guys, understand first off? First off, sending a mail.
Yes, sir. Please
Very
continue.
good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is also important to respond at least one or two people, not only for understanding or not understanding. It is very important because it may be a network disturbance. We are disconnected. So I am taking class on myself and don't know whether you are receiving or not. Also, so that's why I keep asking. We keep asking, and another side. So we should know whether you are understand or not. Okay. Good. 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 Next. Afrin want to receive what are the mails she got it. So for example, I open my Gmail account. So click the place bar. So I've opened my Gmail account here in my browser. Very simple, right? So I received all the mails. I want to see my mails, or I can see on my screen, right? So this is very simple. Or maybe I open my Outlook. So here I can see what are the received mails, and also I will pull the new mail from here. So this is the mail in the mailbox. So that will be loaded into Afrin screen. Afrin can able to see the mail which is sent by Nikita. This is sent by Nikita. This is the mail. So sent by Nikita. Okay. So this is mail communication. But when you are pulling a data from the mail server to your local PC, so we should use protocol, right? So one protocol is POP3. Okay. Another protocol is IMAP version 4. So compulsory you should type version 4. Okay. POP3 means POP, Post Office Protocol. IMAP, Internet Mail Access Protocol. Okay. So like the definitions you can try and get it very easily. Okay. POP3. Okay. So here also it is giving something. Post Office Protocol. Okay, Internet Message Access Protocol. I'm not writing everything here, so if you want you can easily note down those kind of stuff. Okay. Internet Message Access Protocol. Okay, this is for receiving purpose. When you are receiving a mail, either you use POP or a IMAP. Okay, so next one is, here it is. I will note down first of all the port numbers of this SMTP and POP3. So SMTP port number. So while you are communicating through network or internet, so you can't communicate with the name kind of stuff like SMTP name. You don't it. System automatically converts the name into port numbers. It's a simple representation of like a hexadecimal. Wise, it's easy to convert into ASCII code. Okay, because numbers are easy to convert into another numbering system format, right? So like ASCII format. So SMTP port number is 25. POP3 port number is 11, sorry, yeah, 110. IMAP version 4 port number is 143. This is very easy to remember. 143. 110 may be difficult, but so try to remember the port numbers. This is one of the most common port numbers question in the interviews. So be careful. Try to tell an answer. Okay. There is a different port numbers also there. Okay. Also some other set of port numbers also there. So that port numbers also I will give you. So don't no need to worry about it. So that's one. So these are main three protocols. SMTP for sending a mail from client to server. POP3 or IMAP protocols are used to receive a mail from server to client. Okay, so receiving means we pull the mail from server to client. Here it is. What is the difference between POP3? Okay, So POP3 and IMAP. POP3 is very simple to understand. It is like a cut paste. What is the meaning of cut paste? What I can.
Control C, Control V, sir, right?
Yeah. So what is the meaning? Like a moving. So cut means once you are cut, and paste means the main location don't have data, right? So it is like when you are download from the server to the client machine, when you download a mail from the server to the client machine, after certain period of time, server delete that mail. Server deletes that mail. Okay, server deletes the mail. So then your mailbox become empty in the server. Next one is IMAP version 4. So this is like a copy paste type. Just a copy and paste. Very good. Okay, Control X, Control V, and copy paste, Control C, Control V. Just like both the sides. Like you have a pen drive, you have a data, you copy it and paste into your system. So your pen drive has a data, your system has a data. So copy, paste, cut, paste. So you cut from the main, you cut from the pen drive and you paste into the system. Pen drive don't have a data, your system has a data. So it's very simple to tell an answer. It is not exactly an answer. You should not tell that answer, but if you want to give quick answer but you are unable to frame the complete answer, this is the easiest way to give an answer is SMTP to send a mail from client to server. POP3 is a cut and paste, so that is also I will write here to send mail from client to server. So it is also called as outgoing mail. Okay, so that is also I will write. Okay, this is the outgoing mail, and POP3 IMAP, and these are all so I will write here it. Okay, so SMTP POP3. So POP means once you download into the client and it deletes from the server. IMAP, it keep the copy of mail in the mail server. So it is a example like you have an Android mobile, you have Google mail application is there, no? Google mail application. So once you receive a mail, you receive the mail stores in your Android mobile, and as well as in the server you can verify the mail in a anywhere from anywhere, like through web browser, and as well as through mobile app also you can verify, because it's a IMAP type. If it is a POP3, it is a only single system type. So once you download, it will delete from the mail server, or at least after a certain period of time. It depends upon the setting. So this is mail. These two are used for receive a mail from server to client. So are pulling the mail. So these are we call it as a pull functions. Okay. These two are like a pull kind of stuff. Pull a mail from server. It means receive a mail, pull or a receive a mail. So do not think it is a different one. So it is a different one. Okay, leave it. Okay, so and also I will write here. This is called outgoing. SMTP is outgoing, and incoming. Okay, is POP3, and incoming means IMAP. So these are the main to understand mail communication, and remaining is quite easy. And one more small part I have to add it. I will add it and I will tell. Okay. Next, I told about mail servers. So what is a mail server? So when you send a mail, mail server receive the mail and put the mail into the recipient, means two addresses mailbox. They put a drop the mail into that one, and the client means the other user will pull the mail from the mail server using a POP3 or a IMAP protocols. Okay, depends upon what they are using. Next, mail servers are okay, but what about mail clients? So one of the popular mail client is Outlook. One of the popular mail client is Outlook. Not only this, there's a lot of mail clients are there. Okay. So first of all, I will show you Outlook. These are see Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, Apple Mail, 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 Word, Outlook Express, World One, Live Mail, like this. This is also a mail client in my screen. I don't know whether you can able to see it or not. So this is also built-in mail client, so you don't require Outlook. Actually, within Microsoft you will get a mail client. With your Microsoft license you will get it. So this is a live mail client. I configured with a Microsoft live account only, not with Gmail and all. You can add it, you can add a new mail client. Okay, so then you need to worry about open a browser and all. So if you don't have internet also, you can able to access the mail from the mail clients. Of course, you can use different kind of stuff, like already I told Lotus Note. Lotus Notes for a Domino server kind of stuff, that is IBM Bold Apes HCL. It's a new version. Okay, so Lotus Notes send mail, like I will show you the list here from here. So before you go to configure, kind of configuration settings are there. Click here. Yeah. See all settings. Click on see all settings. Okay. Forwarding and pop-up IMAP. Like you can see the forwarding and pop-up IMAP. So click here. You can see this Outlook. These are a Netscape Mail, Thunderbird, iPhone. Okay, so these are the mail clients. But Outlook is a common for both POP3 and IMAP, and like this. So it is easy. You don't need to worry like a sir. We don't have a knowledge like where we go and study. Nothing. So where you are seeing, there is information. No need to worry to search in some very big blog or YouTube's and all. Not required. Where you are studying, where you are looking at, there is information. See, to show you that one only, I'm doing all this kind of stuff. No need to remember everything also. You must remember things. Okay, so uh, guys, very simple. If you want to configure, you can see the configuration instructions. You want to configure POP3 to your Outlook, so go to the configuration instructions. Okay, so if you click on here, so you can configure it. Is make sure POP3 is best way to read your mails, and what is the difference between POP3 and IMAP, you will get it. Okay. Next, how to set up a POP3. So where to go, and what is the incoming mail server name? What is the required kind of stuff? SMTP required outgoing mail server names, username, password, how to put it. That kind of information you will get it. Okay, so like that, you will get it. So if you want to configure pop3 in Outlook, then you have to enable pop3. So if you want to configure IMAP in your Outlook, you have to enable IMAP in your uh, here. Okay, so then it will work automatically. If you are working, so you are working in some organization, so obviously you no need to enable anything, they will enable in the server. Just a 1 minute, I will tell a story, so relax and see the story. Here it is. Why we need this Outlook? I am accessing mails from the web browser. Very simple, right? So why we need a Outlook kind of configurations? And uh, I have a web browser or some mobile app is there. So why we need this Outlook to configure, and why we need this information now? So that is a question. And what to do? So just relax for a 1 minute. I think I feed lot of things to you. Relax for 1 minute, just then we'll be back. Okay, or a one.
Continue, sir, please.
Okay, continue.
Sorry to disturb you, Latif. Sorry to disturb you. Why there is only 15 members here? Why only? Maybe, sir, something is issue, sir. Some of the guys didn't get the join link. Something they are saying in group. That's why when I have seen your messages, I logged in into this. I have not faced any issue. Out of first itself, that is 43 members, only 25 members are coming, and afternoon only 15 members are coming. Shall we close the technical sessions? If it is the situation, why should we have to conduct the technical sessions? Are we not having?
What is the use of Outlook? What is the use of this Outlook? Okay, so we'll see that one. See, here it is. I will give you a simple example which generally we face. Based on that, I will tell. So I'll told lot of mail servers. For example, this is a mailbox. Box means it contain some storage space, right? A folder, a disk, or a pen drive, a storage space, 2 GB, 3 GB, like that. For example, I got a Zimbra mail account, and before that one I got a Squirrel mail, so that's why I know both the things. Okay, so I will give one thing. So my mailbox size is 100 MB. Think, we are not, 100 GB is not enough, but my organization, some my before organization use Zimbra mail account, and they created each mailbox size is 100 MB only for both send and receive mails. It means you're sending a mail, so that mail also will save now. So normally you are sending a mail. So where is the mail kind of stuff? Here it is. Yeah, sent mails also there. This is the send mail list, and this is the received mail base. So all the send mail, receive mail, drafts, total space is 100 MB only. So if you are working based on your organization and your okay responsibility in the organization, you receive a lot of mails, and you will have to send a lot of mails, right? So your server's mailbox is not enough space. So what we are doing is, here I am configuring Outlook in my server. I'm configuring Outlook in my PC. Sorry, I configure Outlook in my PC. So this is my PC, for example. I put my PC. This is my PC. In this one, I'm configuring Outlook. Outlook is a mail client application. What is the Outlook? Outlook is a mail client application, a software. So here I configure about my mail server. So any mail received to this mailbox will directly drop into my mail. So when I open Outlook, it pull all the mails to the this application, so I can easily see these mails. And when I use the POP3 usually, right, so these mails are stored in my local PC. Okay, so what it is, the mails I received when I open Outlook, I receive mails from the mail server, and these mails stores in my local PC in your system only. So if you want to see, I will show you also. So look at like this. This is my Outlook. Okay, this is my mail ID. Okay, and I have a 50 GB space in the server, and I don't use POP here. This is the Microsoft Mail Office 365 mail account. But if you are going to see accounts like a simple, okay, add account. No, no, not like this, not like this. So I will go to the control panel. Okay, so go to mail like this. So don't worry, just to show you the location, mail accounts kind of stuff only. Okay, so this is email account or a profile, anything. So this is the data file. Name is like this. This is the location of the data file. See users, username, app data like that. So I click on here, so I can directly go to that location. So if you see, this is my mails stored in this file. All my mails, so all these mails stores in this file only. So it's around 300 MB file. Okay, all mails are stored in 350 MB. It is showing now. Okay, so all the mails stores in this file only. So with the extension .ost, with the extension .ost. Okay, so where is the mails are stores in a my local PC only. So if in case, just in case, I am disconnected from the internet, I am disconnected from the internet, so still I can able to access received mails. I can able to access received mails. Here it is. Outlook is mail client application. Okay, Outlook is a mail client application. It is nothing but a software. Okay, so we can receive, not we can. So anyway, we receive mails from server and store in local PC. So in a local storage you can PC. And also we can take backup, because your PC may be damaged, server don't have a mails. Once you receive, like, the server don't have a mails, your PC also damaged. But before that one, better to take backup of mail database. So all mails are a mail database also, like a, you can take a mails as a database, you can store in a different location. Okay, store it in a different location. Simply here in this mail, in my Outlook, I will show you how to take backup. Very simple. Go to file, open, export. You can see import and export. Okay, so click on import and export, so we can see like what to take. So export to your file, so click on the export to your file. Next, so Outlook data file pst. and you have to select which part you want to take, or completely you want to take it. So then go to the next, give the proper location, so where you want to store this file, and give the proper options and finish it. Automatically all mails will be stored in a some different location, maybe a separate hard disk or external hard disk. We can store it, so like that. Backup using import export option. Okay, so we can use backup. Okay, we can using import and export options. So that is very simple thing. Okay, so that is another facility. So one is we receive a mail, store in local PC, so no need to worry about server 100 MB or 200 MB. No need to worry. So our PC has a more space than a server now, and we can take a backup and store in separate. So no need to worry about if server fails you, or maybe your laptop get damaged. So you can restore it from the backup. So whenever you want it, or maybe you left from the organization, your mails are safe with you, so you can take the mail and you can check your any of your mail related organization. But don't do it that one. But generally you have to leave the laptop or any storage things with the organization only, so you cannot take those things in with you. Okay, so this is the very simple part of Outlook. Okay, next next one is, so when you are configuring, make sure which one you are configuring. Are you configuring incoming mail as a POP3 or a IMAP? So already I told IMAP is like a copy pasting, means both the server and the client has a copy of the mail. Okay. POP3 is not like that. When you download a mail, so here in this case, we should use POP3 only. So in a very less mailboxes, you must use small size mailboxes in the server, you must use POP3 only. And of course it depends upon your organization and mail server. Depends upon your organization settings and mail server, you should use POP3 or IMAP. And generally less small mailbox sizes use POP3, not for exchanges, so different thing. Okay, so this is the part of our Outlook. And what if I choose POP3, then what to do? So simple configuration. I am not doing any configuration. I will show you. Okay, so if you are want to configure with the POP3, example, I am taking a Gmail here. So it depends upon organization to organization. The settings will be different. Generally, your outgoing mail is always smtp.gmail.com. For a Gmail, I'm taking an example, or you can take it like this. We can see. I will show you that one. So this is incoming. This is outgoing. Okay, outgoing mail server. So what is this SSL and TLS? What is this port numbers are different here? So what is this part? So what is this SSLS? I will show you here, guys. This is the any website. If you open some website, okay. So here also I'm open W3 Schools, for example. Okay, this is a website. If you see HTTPS, normally web pages works with the HTTP only. Why S is there? Because normal HTTP here I am writing won't give you security. So you have to add your HTTP protocol. HTTP for hypertext transmission protocol. So then for web pages access. But when you use with SSL, so then it is a HTTP. Yes. Okay, it is HTTP. Yes, it means it is secure socket layer. So it encrypt the data of HTTP. So then, what are the data you are transmitting? It won't be exposed to anyone. It is from server to the client, and client to the server. The entire data is encrypted format only. It is passes. So that is the advantages. Next one is mainly like a mail communication. Okay, banking accounts, mail communication, social media, lot of data is transmitting, right? So compulsory those kind of website must be HTTPS. If you don't want, like a, you no problem what are the data I'm sending and receiving, if someone is looking at or alter the data, no problem, then you can go with the HTTP. For security reasons, we are using some encryption technologies like a SSL TLS. So that is we are adding. Here is the port number of HTTP is 80. The port number of HTTPS is 443. The port number also changes with the SSL. See, normal HTTP is a port number is 80, HTTPS port number is 443. Same goes here. So, guys, 1 second. This conference will now be recorded. Okay. Okay, guys. So that is HTTP, HTTPS. Same as go for these protocols also. So POP3 over SSL, IMAP over SSL, SMTP over SSL or a TLS, the port numbers will change like this. Okay. So 1 second, I have to verify because this is always confused. This TLS 587, SSL 465. Okay, so yeah, here it is SSL, yeah, SMTP with SSL 465, SMTP with TLS 587. So that's a main difference. Okay, next for a POP3 is very simple. It is always SSL 995, and this is also SSL. No difference. It is 993. So that's the port number will be different. So this is a standard port numbers without any encryption. 25, 110 or 143 is without any encryption. But with encryption, so port numbers are different. So like 993, 995, 587. Oh, sorry, this is a mistake. No. 465, right? So why I type that one? So 465. Okay, so that's the one. So here it is. I already pasted a configuration. Like if you, this is for SMTP configuration. Okay, so first of all you should not go with this. Okay, no problem. So also go with this port number. Okay, like this. Next one is incoming. So for example, you are going with the POP3, then you have to give the incoming configuration, right? So then POP3 incoming mail server like this. Incoming mail server is like this. If in case you want to configure IMAP, you want to configure IMAP settings are look like this one. See, okay, it is not butler you compulsory you have to buy hard kind of stuff, not required, guys. So don't worry, just I'm telling, giving the information only. No need to worry about enter. So understand basic protocol and the basic port numbers only, and understand how it is communicate. That's it. So you don't need to do very hard work, just I'm keep pushing on it. That's it. Okay, so how to configure? So I shown that one, but I will show you the configuration here. So the options are how it is look like. but really I configured in a, I showed some videos, right? So go through that videos once in a free time, then you can go for it. Okay. Just I'm configuring just a manual configuration. This is automatic configuration for a normal port numbers and all. This is the manual setup. So go to the manual setup. Next. So you are configuring Office 365. Mine is Office 365. Directly I can put the name like this. No problem. If I have a Exchange server, for example, Exchange Active Sync like that, I can use Exchange kind of stuff. Mail Exchange server or Office 365 for that. If in case I told now Zimbra mail, Squirrel mail, so that is a POP3 IMAP type of mails. So definitely for Exchange, Office 365 or Exchange option for other kind of mail servers. For any other than Microsoft Exchange or Office 365, use this option POP3 or IMAP. Next, then so you have to change put it IMAP or a POP3. So which one you want it? Okay, if you change it also, this side options also will change it. So don't worry. I'm giving some random names, random email IDs, incoming, outgoing, and password also. Just for settings purpose, I want these settings. Okay, I want to show you that settings. Or maybe you want pop.gmail.com, incoming, outgoing, smpp.gmail.com, mail servers, or maybe sometimes IP address. So name, for example, Latif. Name is Latif, and username is Latif, right? So like Latif dot Vedic, some password for that one. So this is the mail setting. But what is this more setting? So go to the more setting, outgoing mail server. So make sure that authentication is same or different. So sometimes incoming authentication is different, outgoing authentication is different. So you have to tell same as a incoming mail server. If it is a different, so you can use log on like this. Next, go to advanced. See POP3 automatically 110 is came. If I want SSL, 995 automatically. SMTP, you need a secure like a SSL or TLS, and use the proper like a 465 or 587. Click OK. Then port numbers will be configured at this place only. Look at this thing. By default, it shows 1110, but when I click this on, automatically it changes. For this SMTP, you have to change it properly, and you have to put it. You can use auto means nothing changes. Okay, put it like this. And here it is 14 days. Remove from of server after 14 days. Like once you download a mail, so obviously it will delete from the server also. That is setting also we can able to put it from here in advanced options. Okay. For example, if you are choose IMAP, no, it is not able to change. Okay. Okay, pop only. But if you choose IMAP here in advance, you have to give IMAP related port number only and SMTP related. SMTP is a common, but IMAP 993 you should give. Okay, so that's the difference. So this is how we can able to configure. I'm not configuring. So if you want to see how to configure, already I said there is a videos. So go for it, and also you can see the settings also. So this is how to configure, and what are the port numbers and what are the information I given. Meaning is that one only. Okay. So one thing is very important. So what is the use of Outlook? So you take the mails from the server, store into local PC. Even internet is down, still you can able to access received mails. So what is it? When the internet is disconnected, still we can access received mails. Okay, we can still access received mails, and we can compose mails for sending. Okay, for sending, but we won't send only when internet is connected back, then only we can receive or send a mails. So that is we can able to see. So that is a main thing about your mail servers. Okay, so this is about your um, one important thing about your Outlook. So that's it. So slowly just relax, and I will finish some more points only. So when you see the data, so then there is a two type of files are there. So PST, next one is dot OST. Okay, so you can put a Google. So here it is in a Google also you can put it. What is PST and OST in Outlook? So you will find what it is. Okay, so PST means person storage data. So personal data storage something will be there like yeah, why it is not showing anything? What is the difference? What is the difference? So it is like a secret type. So no one is relieving any secret. Why? Open something. PST to out OST converter. Why we should convert it? There is no use of converting it. Okay. Yeah. Personal storage table. PST means personal storage table. Offline storage table. But once you read it, don't forget it. Don't search in a Google when I enter your time. Any interview time, a lock, mock interview or anything. Mostly you won't get, but knowing is better. This is a Outlook data file, either in this format or in this format. So what is this? This is for a Microsoft Exchange or a Office 365 type of mail servers. If you are using Office Exchange server or a Office 365 Exchange server, okay, so then your file is .ost offline storage table. If you are using, I told now POP3 or IMAP kind of stuff is like example Zimbra or Squirrel mail kind of stuff. Okay, so example, just an example. So like a POP3 IMAP kind of stuff, when you are using, it is showing personal storage table .pst extension database file. So your mail stores in a file, that file extension is .pst or .ost. If it is .ost, your mail server is Exchange mail server. So obviously like offline storage table. And if you are using a POP3 IMAP, like I showed how to configure, that is like your Gmail account, Zimra mail servers. Gmail, that is a better one. Gmail. Okay, Simra mail servers kind of stuff. Obviously, your database, your mail data file is extension is .bst. Okay, so remember that one. Next, so when you are using any mail communication, it's a common question is what is the difference between 2CC and BCC? So go with the what is 2CC and BCC. So only one thing I will tell about this 2CC and BC kind of stuff. If you are sending to someone, like you're sending to a mail, for example, you are sending a mail to me. So you are sending mail to me, and also you can say you are sending mail to Sai sir. So both will be receive same mail with a two address. And I know Sai sir also received a mail. So like that. So two addresses it is. Okay. Next one is CC. For example, CC Revan sir. You're sending a mail to Revan sir also. Like with the CC. Like meaning is two. You are not sending to Ravan sir. You are not sending mail to Ravan sir, but Ravan sir also receive same mail just as a notification only. CC. So meaning is you are sending a mail to Latif and Sai. So Ravan sir knows you are sending a mail to Latif and Sai. That's it. So if you see my mail communication here, people are sending a mails like this. This is a two address. Where is with the CC? No CC candidates? Yeah, here it is. So, Ravan sir send a mail to Madhu sir, Sudeshna madam, Rajeshwari, Ruxana, Latif Sheikh, Sai Prasad. Okay, Ravan sir send a mail, but notifying to Pavani madam. So, he sent to mail to all these people, but notifying means Bhavani knows these people received a mail. That's it. Received a mails, received a information. So, that is called a CC purpose. BCC. So never send a mail to CC unless a notification person is here. BCC is a different one. For example, I want to send a mail, same mail to multiple people. For example, how to check the people. So already it is 6 o'clock, guys. Rohit is there, Nikita is there, Zwan is there, Afrin is there. Okay, so we'll see. Rohit, Zwan, Afrin, Nikita. So I send a mail to Rohit, Rizwan, Afrin, and Nikita. So all four people received a same mail, and Rohit don't know the same mail went to Rizwan, Afrin, and Nikita, and Rizwan also don't know same mail sent to Rohit, Afrin, and Nikita. Okay, this is good, no? So like you can propose four girls at a time. Okay, so like that. So no one knows like other person also received a same. Okay, like we have sent an invitation to with a BCC only. Okay, so here is a different one. You are sending a mail like I know same mail go to Sai and also Revan. Revan knows same mail go to Latif and Sai. Sai knows all these people. But BCC is a different, completely different thing. When you put a BCC, like when I, what is BCC? Like I am composing a new mail here. This is called a BCC. To CC BCC. If you put a BCC mails, means these four members received a same mail, but they don't know who are other recipients. Rohit don't know. Rizwan, Afreen, Nikita also received a same mail. So that is called a BCC. Guys, you got the point or not? Two CC and BCC. Another second. Conference will now be recorded. Okay, guys. So that's the difference between two CC BCC. Last part only. So what is the other advantages of Outlook when we are seeing in a aspect of Outlook? Okay. So what is the other advantages? So simply I'm composing a mail like see, and also I can attach files, address book, check names, follow up. If I am sending a very important mail, like I want to send a mail to Raman sir or Sai sir, it is a very important mail. Immediately he has to respond. So I put a high importance mail, or it is not a important. It is just a notification mail only, low important. Okay, like that. So we can able to increase the importance of the mail or a work related. So immediately you have to complete by tonight or tomorrow morning and need this information. So high importance. Low importance, it's okay when you want to react, you can react it. Low importance links, like that you can able to put a links, that's a different one. Another one is a signature. See, if you see the signature, so when I'm sending a mail, so simply I no need to type every time thanks and regards Latif Sheikh Trainer and all things. So I can store how many signatures I want it. So personal signatures or professional signatures, like that I can able to store it. So this is one thing. And also we can template kind of stuff options also there. There's a lot of options also available here. Okay, follow up, like there is a work is ongoing work in thing is there. We can follow up those kind of stuff. Okay, like how much work is completed, or what is the today's status, what is the status now, like that we can able to follow up the mails kind of stuff. So that is the one. Next, if you see, these are rules are there. And also you can see the left side, birthday, event, H1B, HR, or ILA kind of stuff. I receive a lot of mails. Certain mails are like most of my mails are belongs to happy birthdays only. Okay, because once work is assigned, that is the work should be followed. There is no change in the work. Okay, so we'll do work. A normal work related is a very important than a birthday kind of stuff, right? So what I am doing is I keep all birthday related mails. So whenever a mail received from this everyone, like this kind of stuff, like, okay, so what I am doing, so I will create a folder under inbox birthdays, a subject with a birthday kind of stuff. So automatically these anniversaries, birthdays and all will go to birthdays only. So I no need of this very, it's not any importance, only to notify someone's birthday. It is not very work, it is not completely work related, it's just to know. Events, sometimes we in our organization we conduct events. So last 2 years we are not conducting any events anyway. So like normally Diwali kind of stuff, or Dasra, Sankranti, so some events are there, no? So they'll conduct some events. So whenever the event is there, new year event, so we'll get event related mails. That is also not required, so I put a separate folder. Okay, so this is H1B visa, someone will get H1B visa. So we don't require, so we'll put a separate folder. HR 70s, these are very important, which is related to HR to us. So sometimes it is very important related to salary kind of stuff. So immediately you have to react it. So I don't mix with the work, so I separated it. I like it is also some Diwali wishes. See, like this will come up. Okay, so this is, so what is this called? Rules. We can create a different rules. See the create rules. Oh, advanced options not required. No, cancel it is. Cancel it. Why it is showing manage new rule? Yeah, here it is. It is a rule box. Stay organized. Stay up to date. Start from blank. Stay organized means organize the mails in a proper way. So based on you have received a mail from a specific user or a specific subject, when you receive a mail, so better to keep it in one box only. For example, if you see here, it is I received a lot of mails. Some are very important, some are not, some are nonsense. Okay, but everything in the same place only. Now Gmail is divided into updates kind of stuff, promotions, social. That is okay, but in a primary also there is a lot of not required mails. So you see, like a Vodafone, what is this? It is great learnings. So we don't need it. Once you read it, it has become a inbox mail. But sometimes important mails will be there. Sometimes subject-based mails are there. Even I divide that mails into like this. See, I categorize mails: Microsoft mails, JNTU mails, personal read mails, read mails, that kind of stuff. So it is very difficult to organize in a normal thing. But here it is already created that specific thing. Now I can able to organize it. Stay up to date. So when you receive a mail, immediately make some noise notification, like YouTube notifications, or when you receive a mail notification or a WhatsApp notification, you will get it. Same thing like you, it will create some sound or a notification alerting, you will get it. You want to create your own rule, then you can create a stay from blank rule, like a start from blank rule, you can able to create. So these three things is a very important in a things, stay organized, stay up to date, and start from blank. So to know about basic things. Okay. So this is the another advantage of a mail. Of course, you will get a calendars. You can create a meetings and schedule a meetings. Okay, invite the meetings to the people. Okay, so it is the calendar will remind before half an hour or 1 hour. So today is a meeting at the particular time, like this. Okay, and people contacts, you can easily find your contacts from here. And the task, like if you got assigned some task, then you can go through it and you can work with the task also and follow up the task. So this is the main part of your Outlook, mail communication, protocols, and port numbers. That's it, guys. So I hope you liked it. If you don't like it, it's still okay, no problem. Okay. Anybody having any doubts, no problem, you can ask. So I don't mind about that one.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, you said that CC will get, yeah, CC will only get notification regarding the mail as sent to the person those who are in two column. So I have doubt that whether he will be able to access the mail
Yeah.
or not.
Yes, very good question. Okay. So two send to all the two members and also for CC member also. So CC member can also read the mail, can reply the mail and forward the mail also. Same as a two people. But why CC?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. You got it now. So normally
As
two
the
to
notification.
CC, as a two CC also same. No changes, no differences. Only thing is to just I told to I informed him. So right, I informed to Sai sir and CC to Ravan sir. It means Ravan sir knows I informed to Sai sir same mail. So no changes. Both both user, two user, CC user can able to read the mail, can able to reply the mail and forward the mail also. Okay, good. Next.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So BCC, if I send 10 members BCC with a BCC, each member don't know other users. Like here I know, right? So I know who received same mail here, right? So I know who received a same mail. But BCC, if I Ravan sir put all these names in BCC, we don't know. Like I think I received a direct mail like that. Okay, good. So that's it, guys.